Hi, this is Mrs. Yates, and I'm here to present a quick and informative video to help you with the links that your second grader will be accessing this year, whether at home or in the classroom. One of the first things I teach the children is to go to mrsyatesclass.com, and they know how to type that into the URL. They've practiced that for the last week or two, and they're getting very good at it. And once they're there, they can access what's called academic links. The academic links are quick links that go directly to that website. And the first thing I'll share with you here is usernames and passwords. This is site protected. I went ahead and logged me on because I've already typed in the password, which is room 22. And here you will see all the various links that we use almost weekly, if not more than weekly, but daily. Clever is one, the Cloud, Google Classroom, Google Drive, Lexia, Weekly Reader, Benchmark Universe, Front Row, Learn Zillion, Dreambox. I'm not sure about 10 marks yet. Spelling City, Moby Max, Kid Rex, and the others that I did not mention. I'm not sure if you have access to yet, or if I have not introduced it to the students yet. So let's go ahead and start with Clever. Clever is at the top because it's a new platform that our district purchased so that any paid subscription that the district has paid for, such as Lexia, Dreambox, can be found in Clever. So that way your student will only have to enter their username and password one time. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Clever.com. It's going to have Brooke here, but we're not Brooke, so I'm not, but we're going to sign in, log in with Clever, and I'm going to pause for a moment. Let's see, so in order to log in, you're going to put your student's year of their graduation, 25, and we're going to go ahead. Once logged in, you will see the 4 subscriptions that the district has paid for this year. 10 marks, I don't know if the younger grades have access to that yet, but I will look into it. Lexia, for example, if they click on Lexia, it'll go straight to Lexia without having to log in. So you'll see in just a moment. Here we go. And you'll be familiar with this program. And it goes straight there without having to log in. So that's an example of that. Same with Benchmark Education. This is a new language arts adoption we just adopted. And with the adoption comes individual student libraries where they can click on their grade level. The unit, we're working on Unit 1 right now. And they can have access to the online readers that we're working on currently. Example is, let's see, we haven't read this particular one in class yet. Might take a little while, depending on your computer. Always mark yes so I can see what they're working on if they make any annotations. Here, you can turn the page. Oh, this is auto, never mind. Oops. There's the page turner. Oh, yes. And also what's nice is you can click on this note-taking sheet, and as they're reading, if they have any questions or comments, or they notice a word that is an academic vocabulary word they want to learn more about, they can just type it in right in the margin there. And there's also a toolbox for highlighting, and it can also be printed out, which I do not suggest doing, but it's possible. And also it can be read aloud. So that is Benchmark Universe. Online readers. Another piece is the Dreambox. And again, you notice Clever's logging in for the student, so they don't have to use that additional login username passwords. And, well, I think we know what Dreambox is. Oh, it's coming out. And I'll go straight to their level where they are. It's also intuitive, so it works at their appropriate level. I'm going to log out of Clever now. There are some websites that the district they're not able to purchase with limited funding. One of the ones I'll be using this year is called Front Row. We are currently on a free trial, so for the next 30 days we're going to use it as much as possible. Let's see, this is my sample person here, Bob. 1. And your child will have their first name, the last name is 1, and the code is Yates M, and this code is on the website. Here we have math down below and ELA, and soon your student will be taking a diagnostic or pre-test to identify what an appropriate instructional level is, so that they're practicing at a level that is not too frustrating, hopefully, and not too easy. Here's an example of an assignment I just gave called the Giza Pyramids for reading. And let's see. Depending on how they did on their placement test will determine how challenging this article is, so it adjusts according to their needs. So as do the questions that go along. What's nice about this is they can highlight where they found the answer. So select 2 ways the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Great Sphinx are similar. If they feel they found some of the information here and also some of the information here, then they can prove that their answer by showing and citing the evidence in the text. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Maybe perhaps they can use different colors to represent different questions, just to get them engaged in their reading as we're practicing in the classroom, as well as what we call a close read, really going back to the text to cite evidence and prove it, whether it's a clue and they drew an inference based on that clue. This is a great website. For that, I'm going to pause for a moment. The weekly reader, where they can interact and answer questions, watch videos. Let's see if we can get this to load. I'll turn the page. It's below the screen here. Here they can go down to the bottom, grab a highlighter, and they can highlight information. They can highlight words, vocabulary words that are either they're not sure about, or they feel is high level or academic. You can also click on the words and give them a definition. Let's see if I can get there's a little video here. So that's our weekly reader. And again, the information for the weekly reader in terms of username and password is found on this username and password site here. Again, the code is room 22, the password code to get into this, because there's a lot of important things here. Here's Yates Class 22 for the weekly reader, no username necessary. The next is the Google Classroom. This is a code. This we'll be using frequently as well. This is where I can assign student activities, and they can come here, click on the, read what they need to do. This can be done from home or at school. This is an in-class assignment where they're going to be writing text, typing some text about themselves on a platform where others can see and share. And this is where I'll teach them how to begin using their Google Drive, which includes Google Documents, Google Slides, all kinds of helpful tools that will help us with writing and research, or in this case typing, but typing what we've written. So here it's slowly coming up, it's not there yet. So this is an example of one that my daughter, well, I pretended my daughter typed it. Just a quick little bit of information about yourself, so they'll each have a chance to practice typing and creating a class book while simultaneously getting familiar with the program and so forth. So a lot ahead of us, a lot of fun activities and tools that we can use. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I don't want to keep you any longer. Again, if you visit the class website, here you'll find all information that is really important, just to stay up on top of what's happening in the class, what are we talking about in the classroom, what are your students or children hearing, what kind of topics, and then some of the activities that they can do. This is their fun work. It would be great if you could print this out and write a comment here, or if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to see them, or letting me know, what it was that your student completed. They do get dojo points for any extra work that they do at home. Of course, their homework is 20 minutes of reading a day. Please sign their reading boxes so that they can get credit for their homework. That is really important that they have those boxes signed, indicating that they are doing their 20 minutes of reading every night. And I want to thank you, and signing off. Have a great day.